You. 8:02 is the time. A sad update this morning. The body of a Metro teen who had been missing for nearly 2 months has been found.
The search for Jordan Collins Jr., better known as Manny, came to an end over the weekend. Our Bill Keller is live at the Anoka County Sheriff's Office with the very latest information they've just released here this morning. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Hannah and Tom. In fact, this is not the ending anybody really wanted to see in this case. This morning, the Anoka County Sheriff's Office, along with Columbia Heights Police, confirming that Manny Collins' remains were found over the weekend. Testing confirming it was that missing teen. The 16-year-old last seen in Columbia Heights. That was back on May 8th when he was reported to be staying with his father. Manny's mother saying that was the last time she had heard from her son via a text message earlier that morning. 4 days later, a missing person's report was filed, and by the 15th, Manny's disappearance was being investigated as a crime. That led to an extensive search and a large reward being offered for any information in this case. By June 6th, authorities started searching the waste management landfill in Elk River. Investigators have not said, though, where Manny's remains were discovered or how he died. It sounds like no arrests have been made. In a statement, the Anoka County Sheriff's Office says, quote, every available resource is being directed towards the lawful arrest of anyone responsible for Manny's death. We know that local law enforcement continues to investigate. They've been getting help from the BCA and the FBI. And we expect to learn more information about the death of Manny Collins later this morning. Tom and Hannah, the lead agencies in this case, announcing they will give an update on the investigation. That's at 10 a.m. Back to you.
All right. Bill Keller with the latest on that sad story. Thank you, Bill. And we will have a crew at the 10 a.m. news conference so you can watch it be streamed live on Fox Local and fox9.com.
All right, 8:04 here this morning. Starting today, some new Minnesota laws are going into effect.
So if you're planning to be out on the lake this holiday weekend, maybe a couple of us, there's one law in particular that could affect you. Our Tunu Her is breaking down what the change is and how you can get everything squared away if you want to drive a boat this summer for certain folks. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tom and Hannah. We know this time of year is busy out there on the lakes, and if you're going to be driving a boat this summer, you'll have to make sure to keep in mind who is now allowed to legally drive that boat. Starting today, all boaters 21 and younger need to have an operator's permit in order to drive a boat or a jet ski. And it's not just for young boaters. Over the next 3 years, the permit requirements will be phased in for older drivers as well. The new law means boat rental companies will not be allowed to rent boats to anyone without a permit. Anyone 21 and under caught operating a watercraft without a permit could be ticketed starting today. In order to get that permit, you need to you can head over to the DNR website and pay a one-time fee of about $35, then study an online boater's safety course, and then also pass a final exam that should take you about 3 to 4 hours. Then you can print a certificate of completion until a permanent permit comes in the mail. Now, the biggest impact could be on personal watercrafts, where in the past, people often take turns going for a spin out there on the lake, which is, fun, right? But this time around, you'll have to make sure you have that permit to legally drive that boat, guys.
Right, yeah, a good change to be aware of, especially this week and given the holiday. Thanks, Janu. Some other laws going into effect today, including a new law that allows lane splitting for motorcycles, meaning that those motorcycles can now squeeze or weave in between cars driving in the same direction. But this is only when traffic is moving less than 25 miles per hour. Traffic filtering also allows motorcyclists to move through stopped traffic.
It is the responsibility of motorcyclists to practice these maneuvers safely. Motorists are not obligated to accommodate the motorcyclists, but they cannot impede, block, or get in the way of a motorcyclist.
Lane splitting is not allowed in certain areas like construction zones and school zones.
Several other new laws also taking effect today, including protections and pay requirements for minors who appear on social media content and if that content makes money. The tax on cannabis products in Minnesota jumps from 10 to 15% today, now one of the highest cannabis taxes in the entire country. And entertainment venues are now required to provide free water at ticketed events with at least 100 people who are attending.